Hello everybody! Welcome back to English with Machy. Vítejte zpátky všichni, angličtina s Machem. Today I would like to focus on vocabulary regarding meetings. I believe that everyone has experienced some type of a meeting because it happens on a regular basis in our daily lives. So, types of meetings. First of all, personal meeting or so-called face-to-face meeting, when at least two people need to meet. Usually or sometimes the reason is that sensitive information is about to be discussed in private. Takže osobní setkání. Team meeting, when more than two people need to meet, so probably important problem or matter is about to be discussed. Skupinové setkání. Management meeting, we're talking very important people, which means managers, usually in a company, that meet on regular basis to discuss the smooth run of the company. Manažerské setkání. Board meeting, we're talking really top people in a company. Bavíme se o představenstvu, je to setkání představenstva. When these people need probably to decide or take decisions about the most important matters in the near future in the company. Kick-off meeting, zahajovací schůze, setkání, schůzka, which means probably an introduction is about to take place to a particular matter. So probably a project is about to start. So we need to inform people, introduce what is about to happen. What usually happens afterwards is a follow-up meeting. Znamená navazující schůzka, where more details probably will be given about the project, for example. Online meetings, everybody knows, it's our daily life nowadays when people meet by means of internet. Brainstorming, what is brainstorming? When more people meet to discuss a problem. Probably a problem is not solved yet, and they need to come up with some ideas, no matter how good or bad the ideas are, but just to come up with something which later on will be filtered and only the best ideas will stay. Roles at a meeting. Of course, various people meet at a meeting. Let's introduce these people. A chairman. A chair is the person, now we're not talking about a chair that we sit on, but it's a person who chairs the meeting, which means the person is a leader. That's the person who leads the meeting, who introduces everything, who conducts the meeting and takes care of everything that's supposed to be discussed. Je to člověk, který tomu předsedá, který vede tu schůzku či to setkání. A minute taker, important person. That's the person who takes the minutes. So which means that's the person who writes down everything important that needs to be remembered and that needs to be written down. So he takes notes. Minute taker je zapisovatel, člověk, který zapíše všechno důležité, co musí být zapsáno. An interpreter, sometimes, of course not always, is a person who interprets simultaneously. Sometimes meetings are conducted in two languages. Now we may be talking about Czech and English language. Let's presume that not all participants of the meeting understand English. So there must be an interpreter who kind of interprets or translates into the language when it's important. Překladatel, tlumočník. A guest speaker, sometimes there is a person invited who introduces a project, an idea, explains the situation. So maybe he's not an insider, but he's an outsider. He comes from a different company and introduces you what needs to be discussed or what he believes is important to clarify, to explain. Je tady host, je tady mluvčí, který je pozván, aby vysvětlil nějaký problém, projekt, situaci. All these people who are at the meeting are participants. They participate in a meeting. Jsou to všichni účastníci té schůzky či toho setkání. Then every meeting supposed to have main objective or objectives. So they need to be set. Měly by být stanoveny hlavní cíle, which means objectives, goals, targets, something that we know that we really want to achieve. Něco, co víme, že chceme dosáhnout, kam se chceme dostat. And from that main goal or objectives, I don't know how many you will have to discuss, you're supposed to have an agenda. What is an agenda? It's a list of items to be discussed at a meeting. Co je to agenda? Je to seznam položek, které my potřebujeme prodiskutovat během toho daného meetingu. Now, I would move on to some important phrases that can be used at a meeting. Of course, that's not a complete list. Samozřejmě, že to není úplný seznam, but if you need to study more, go on the internet and please do so. So, first of all, call the meeting to order. Usually the chair, the person who leads the meeting, would start with that sentence, which means he needs to get attention of everybody who is present there. Call the meeting to order v českém jazyce, v českém překladu znamená zahájit oficiálně ten meeting, schůzi, mít vlastně pozornost všech zúčastněných. Number 2, he can ask the question, how many items are on the agenda today? Kolik dnes máme položek na programu jednání? Of course, maybe people already know the agenda, maybe not, but it's a sentence that can be used. Number 3, there are 5 items on the agenda today. For example, the reaction to the question could be, dneska máme 5 položek na programu jednání. Which goes to item 4. Let's skip item 2. Pojďme přeskočit položku číslo 2. Let's move on to item 3. Pojďme se hned přesunout na položku číslo 3. Shall we? Shall we je tazací dovětek, prosím vás. Máme tady vazbu let's. To znamená pojďme. Pokud se někdo chce opravdu ujistit, že všichni rozumí a souhlasí, řekne ano, můžeme. Tazací dovětek, question tag in English is shall we. Number 5, let's exclude or let's cross out item 4. Může dojít k situaci, for example, we haven't got enough time, there is a lack of time, nemáme dost času, proto se rozhodneme, pojďme vyřadit či vyškrtnout položku číslo 4. Minute taker. If you remember, we've got a person who is a minute taker. Máme zapisovatele, kdo zapisuje průběh toho jednání a všechny důležité body. Se může zeptat, shall I minute that? Mám to zapsat? Number 7. Participants take turns in speaking. All the participants contribute to a discussion at the meeting. So, znamená, že ti, kteří se účastní toho jednání, take turns, se střídají v něčem, v nějaké činnosti. Většinou je to v tom, kdy dostanou šanci promluvit. Či contribute to, přispět nějakým způsobem do diskuze. Pamatovací výraz take turns in, to znamená střídat se, doslova do písmene v něčem. Number 8. Discussion can get away from the topic. Občas se stane, že diskuze se doslova sveze někam úplně jinam, to znamená odbočí od tématu. At that time, I believe that the chair, the person who leads the meeting, že ten, který předsedá dané schůzi, či tomu meetingu, do toho vstoupí. He will interrupt and say, stop speaking of the topic, for example. To znamená, přestaň odbíhat od tématu. Or he can say, stop digressing from the topic discussed. Přestaňte odbočovat od toho daného tématu, či té položky, která byla právě diskutována. Or stop diverting attention from the topic discussed. Přestaňte odbočovat či směrovat tu pozornost někam úplně jinam, než v té chvíli bylo důležité. Number 10. It's important always to summarize the meeting and to recap the main points. Co je na konci důležité, je shrnout tu schůzi a recap, which means recapitulate, to znamená zrekapitulovat the main points, hlavní body. And of course, it would be nice not to forget thank everybody for coming to the meeting, which means thank all participants in the meeting. I hope you found out this video lesson kind of interesting for you, or maybe even important. If so, please, if you like my video, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, English with Machy. And if you've got any comments, go down to the comment section, of course, write your comments, and I'll be seeing you soon. Have a nice day.